Hey, how's everybody doing? Happy Wednesday. If you don't know me, I am Aquisha Harris, your consultant and coach of AquishaHarris.com. And for our Wisdom Wednesday, we are just going to talk about something very simple, something that often gets interchanged. Hey, honey bunny. We're talking about perfection versus excellence. A lot of times when you hear it, we use those things interchangeably, but they're not. They're really not. Perfection, according to our dictionary that we love and trust, it means the quality or condition of being absent from flaws or defects. Hey, hi, realtor. Jen Jones. Oh, yeah, that's right. She sell houses, honey, get money. Perfection is without flaws. It's the condition or the quality of being without flaws or defects. That in and of itself is way too much pressure, right? And I think a lot of us try to be perfect. I know I have. At one point or another, I tried to be perfect. I did everything I could to be perfect. But let's think about this definition one more time. It is the absence of flaws, the quality or condition of being without flaws or defects. Hello, we're humans. We make mistakes. We're flawed. Hey, Shay. We are super duper flawed, okay? So I've come to know and I've come to learn as I've gotten older and more mature. That's my mature face. I've come to know and understand that I'm not going to be perfect. I can be perfectly flawed. I can be perfect in inconsistency. I can be perfect in spelling my own name. But my whole being, me as a whole person, us as human beings, we're not perfect. And, and that's okay, right? I believe, I forgot who said it. I think I heard one of my mentors say it. Hi, Brenda, how are you? I heard my mentor say it. She said that perfection, or that spirit of perfection, is often bred out of rejection. That spirit of perfection is often a byproduct, or it's bred from rejection. So if you look at people who are quote unquote perfectionists and everything has to be right, every I has to be I dotted, T crossed. These people that are like almost maniacal in their operations because everything has to be perfect and they'll drive themselves crazy. If you dig a little deeper, ask around, ask them, interview them, I guarantee you they were rejected in some point in their life. They were constantly rejected because their view or their focus point of perfection was based on somebody else's standard. Yep. And that's what perfection is. Your perfection is based on somebody else's standard. And they're flawed. We just talked about that. We can't be perfect because we are flawed. And the person that you're trying to live up to is flawed as well. So that's like a double whammy. No, not going to work. It's not going to work. But on that flip side, I'm going to give you some freedom. I'm going to free you up. And you're going to say, Keisha, thank you so much, girl, because I wouldn't have been able to go forward and live my best life if you hadn't told me this. Tell me, girl, I'm going to tell you. Excellence is what we strive for, not perfection. Excellence is what you want to strive for, because excellence means to be brilliant, to be distinct, the quality of being extremely good. Raise your hand if you can do that. I can. I can be distinct. I can be extremely good. I can be brilliant. I can be superior. These are all the things that are in a dictionary too. Those words. And it didn't say anything about being perfect, which I thought was phenomenal, because you don't have the pressure of being perfect. We all have something in us, a God-given talent, a God-given quality that has to be worked out in excellence. Whatever God gave you to be great at, that's what is tailor-made for you. Okay? So let's say I'm great at organizing, right? And I'm great at strategizing. That is a God-given quality that I have, that I can perform in excellence. So when I'm at the top of my game, when I'm operating at the peak of who I am and my uniqueness, that's excellence. I'm being perfectly me. As a whole, I'm flawed, but I'm operating in my gift area perfectly because that's who I am. That's who I was made to be. It's so easy to operate in excellence because it's yours, right? It's so easy to be superior in the gifts and callings that you have. It's so easy to operate in brilliance because it's germane to you. It belongs to you. You just have to work it out. Like we all have muscles, right, Miss Fitbit? We all have muscles, but you won't see those muscles unless you work them out. Hi, Miss Belinda. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Rashida. The only way your muscles are going to grow and get bigger and be able to endure more is when you work them out. It's the same thing with your excellence, your gifts, your callings, those things that you have that are innate in you. That's the only way you are going to excel. The word in the definition. That's the only way you can be excellent. Because again, excellence is the quality of being extremely good, being brilliant, being superior, being distinct in the things that you do, right? So instead of us operating in this spirit of perfection that becomes a breeding ground for rejection, because our perfection and our standards of perfection are trying to live up to someone else's, which never works because we're flawed, super duper flawed. It's never going to work. But when you operate in your excellence, you are at the peak of who you are, not according to anybody else. The peak of you, the peak of your gift. You're operating in the essence of who you are. Not taking a little bit from her or a little bit from him or somebody that I saw on TV. I could probably do that. So I'm going to try it. And you start outfitting yourself with other people's measurements. That does not work. Just like in real life. You can't put somebody else's clothes on and you don't wear the same size. And even if you do wear the same size, your hips may be a little wider. Your legs may be a little longer. Things like that we have to pay attention to. We just really have to pay attention to it. And if you're somebody who has been constantly rejected, if you're somebody who has constantly found yourself conforming to other people's set of norms or set of standards, I challenge you today to stop. That's it. Just stop. I want you to go back in the recesses of your mind and think about those situations where you were rejected. What in you was trying to please that other person? And how can you take that same energy to please yourself by operating in your gift area and according to your levels of excellence? Shift your energy today. Shift your focus. Don't try to be perfect. There's no need. You can be perfectly you, which is like an oxymoron because perfect is without flaws or defects, and we are flawed. But I can be perfectly me because that's who I was created to be. And I can always operate with a spirit of excellence because it's who I am. It's my set of skills and talents and gifts that are brilliant, that makes me me. Me. Haha, that's funny. I laugh at myself, okay? I love my own jokes. But yes, that's our 10-minute talk today. And I actually have I created this little document that you can print out and post up just if you need a reminder. Perfection versus excellence. We want to operate in excellence always. Perfection is according to other people. And we don't need the rejection. We don't need the heartache. We don't need the pain. We don't need the woe is me attitudes. We don't need anything to dampen who we are. When you operate in excellence, it doesn't matter about anybody else because it's according to you. It's according to the best that you can do and who you are. So that's all I have for today. That's our 10 minutes. I am Aquisha Harris. You can go on AquishaHarris.com and check out our little freebies. You can also schedule a 15-minute strategy call with me if you need some help going over these things. I actually have a call in a few. So, yeah, just check it out. Talk to me. Email me. I like talking to people, can't you tell? I'm glad you needed this, Teresa. I needed it too. Just a little refresher. You dig? So that's it. That's all I have for today. And like I said, be excellent in who you are. Don't be perfect. Forget other people and their standards. I am who God says I am. Hallelujah. I crack myself up. But yeah, you have an excellent day and operate in who you are, not according to anyone else. I'm Aquisha Harris, your world-renowned consultant and coach. Have a great day. Bye-bye.